You'll get infected.
Leave it!
You really are an ox. Now hold still.
Requiescat in pace. Amen.
It's so terrible.
No? The last time you got this kind of a thrashing was near Budweiser. You really met your maker.
You're exaggerating.
Sorry. I forgot the great Jan Shishka always has to be a hero even at the cost of his life. And who said my man? Bother him by caring whether he... lives or dies.
Catherine?
You shouldn't talk. You'll just strain yourself.
Ow!
Empty. I'll have to go somewhere else.
What's the matter? Are you afraid of thunderstorms? The hell with...
Oh, mistress mine, your lips like red wine. I'll drink your love until I die, my red wine. Huh?
Ride the horse into the ground if you like. You'll pass through Senitz. That belongs to the Rosenbergs, and they'll give you a fresh one. Here's a report for von Berghoff. I almost felt sorry for Radzig's bastard. But we got what we want. The main thing is, find Job's spy, Liechtenstein.
What's the matter? You worried about me?
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
You've grown into a very capable young man. But you still have to learn to fight for your place in the sun. Nobody will hand anything on a platter to men like you and me.
I won't forget that. Farewell.
Farewell, dear boy.
We're gonna be on guard here all night. What? Why? I reckon Sir Istvan had some bad encounter with our guests before. He don't want to leave nothing to chance.
Come on! There'll be trouble.
We're already in trouble. You think he didn't notice that we're pissed?
You swine! I'll help you out! Wanker! Show what you're made of! Don't stop it!
Ink. There's nothing here. I reckon these aren't the orders. Nothing of interest. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting here. That leaves Istvan's chambers.
You just won't give up, will you? You know, I actually like that about you. It reminds me of someone.
I'm not like you.
Indeed. Last time you let me go. That's not my style. And it came back to haunt you. So, what's it gonna be? A fair fight? Or are you finally going to learn?
There was something I wanted to ask you.
But go ahead and ask.
Where did you find that Eric of yours?
Eric had the same fate as you.
Right. So you're like me, Eric's like me. Who else? Otto von Berghoff?
Eric's an orphan.
Right, I found it.
War.
That's what I keep hearing.
Eric's a common villager. Like you.
What message should I pass?
You'll do nothing.
Oh dear. There's no prison that can hold me. I made it all the way here.
This is just between the two of us.
Well, well. I get that you speak about him like... Or... when I saw you in the courtyard, there was something more to it. You love him.
Do what you like. Take your revenge if you can. Drown me in blood if you want. But leave him be, please.
Are you begging me?
Yes.
Why the hell did you join
You didn't understand what I said before?
I never believed it.
Believe it or not, I spoke the truth. And I could have.
Didn't quite work out for you, though.
Zizka was more cautious and faster than I expected. But you lot weren't too successful either.
Tell me one thing.
I'll give you a peek. We're just pawns on the chessboard. You can't... So it's up to you alone to grab whatever you can and join the right side. Because the stronger dog...
Fucks the bitches.
See that? At least you've learned one thing from me.
That's just stupid tough talk.
If you say so. You asked why Sigismund? Because you morons are trying to rescue a king who's a drunkard so that the local noblemen can continue their thieving in a land without a ruler. While Sigismund has the Turks on his borders, but has to deal with your petty squabbles instead. And you can't imagine what will happen if he fails to stop the Turks. To you two, to all of us, I lived through it.
All right, let's say you're right. If so, I'm the stronger dog in this room.
So you'll kill me? And then, what will you do after?
You're just the first name in a long list. And I won't forget your beloved Eric.
And then, the entire League of Lords? Or will you kill Sigismund? Who put them on your list? The Pope? And what will you do when you're... Revenge doesn't give life meaning. It's just childish nonsense. It won't feed you. You can't fuck it. That said, it's necessary sometimes. I can't deny that.
Well, you needn't concern yourself about that. Because I'll be starting with you. I'm not like you. So, I'll give you a chance.
If you think you have a chance, be my guest. So, you still think you can take...
was something I wanted...
But
Where did you find...
Eric.
Right. Otto von Ber...
Eric's
Found it.
war.
That's what I keep...
Eric's a
What message should I...
You'll do.
Oh, there's no... I made it up.
This is just...
Well, well. You speak about... Or... You love it.
Do what? Drown me?
Are you begging?
Yes.
Where on earth...
Because we... War took your home. But as well as taking... the...
Whatever meaning war gave to, I want to end it.
You want to stop the war. Start... Sigismund is just trying...
By murdering a...
Fight fire with fire.
Oh?
Why? Because a weak king was just what they want, including your father and Hanush.
Don't try those...
Games. We're here alone, and I'm on... We're on opposite sides. But I've all...
Oh, yeah.
Look after number one. Side with the... Who knows if Radzig will think twice about you.
You're no judge of people. But
I'm still...
I think we've spoken in...
Whatever you...
I'm not like...
If you think... Come on then, I thought you wanted revenge. Fucking hell! Jesus, I'm hit!
In the end, see, I was right. The stronger dog. Fucks the bitches.
I hope the bastard didn't have those keys on him. I'd better take a look in his chambers upstairs. István's chambers. Maybe I'll get lucky. And István's keys. But no sign of the orders. Sign of Sigurdmund's orders. Maybe Godwin found something. I should go and check up on him.
What do you want?
What the? Fuck that!
Show your stuff!
What are you doing here?
What do you think? It's locked.
I've got them.
Excellent.
I've always wanted to take a look around the Lord's chambers. I'm sure he's got some good wine hidden here somewhere.
Nothing at all. Shit. Where could they have hidden them? These aren't the orders. Where could they be?
Get the fuck out of here.
I think we have everything.
You took our things.
I did.
We have the orders.
Do you have the keys?
We have the keys, the orders, and our things.
And also a rather nice sword.
Before you lot start exchanging revenge stories, give...
Here you are. Istvan is dead. I killed him.
And is it a weight off your shoulders? Has anything changed?
Aye. Now I just have to sort out the...
Be careful, Henry. It's understandable after what happened to you, but taking pleasure in revenge can be dangerous. And not just for your soul.
Amen.
Leave him be. He's a warrior. And did you follow my advice? Or did you take needless risks?
I acted like a knight. I gave him the chance to defend himself.
So you ignored my advice? Oh, dear lad. What would have happened if you had lost? Did you think about that?
A knight can't think like that. That bastard didn't deserve a fair fight. You should have gutted him in his sleep, like Godwin said.
Well, thank God it didn't end up worse.
If you've all finished chatting, I'd like to remind you where we are.
Is it far?
I'll make it.
How should I know? I've never been here before. I think the passage ends somewhere. There's an old poacher's camp in the rocks there. You go first, Henry, and light the way. I'll lock the gate behind us.
Well, let's go then. I just hope...
In that case...
Fresh air at last. Now, if we had a little wine...
They've noticed we're gone. Fuck. How far are your people with the horses?
Young Mika will be waiting half a mile to the south, at an old camp.
I need to rest. Supposing we take a look at Sigismund's letter. See what the bastard is plotting. Oh, good idea. Here, give me some light. Now, let me see. I, Sigismund of Luxembourg, by the will of God, King of Hungary, Dalmatia, and Bohemia.
Oh, Christ, skip that.
And I therefore call my loyal ally... Sigismund is mustering his allies and their armed forces to Kuttenberg.
What does it mean?
It means that he's lost patience. And he's planning to crush the resistance while he still can.
So, von Burgov and von Aulitz have gone to Kuttenberg?
Yeah. And my friend Hinek of Kunstadt is at Suchtal Fortress, not far from Kuttenberg. And Liechtenstein is in Kuttenberg too. We have to warn them.
And we have to help Capon?
Yeah, but first we must get away from here. Only he can't get far on foot.
I'll bring the horses to the road. You wait here.
But the place is crawling with them.
You go ahead. They'll give up in a while. We'll move further back inside.
When you meet Mika, the password is Falcon. God go with you, lad.
What?
You wanna try me?
Take that, you shit! Fooling around.
Take that! I'm all yours!
I'll rip your arms open! Everyone ready? We're looking for an old priest and 2 men. They're killers. Armed. And dangerous. So watch your back. Let's go. You're a poacher. No, I'm not a poacher.
Are you Mika?
Depends on who's asking.
I'm Henry. I'm here to... Vulcan. The password is Vulcan.
Alright. I'm Mika. Where's Catherine?
It all went tits up. We've got a wounded man. We need to take the wagon all the way to the passage to load him on. Where is it, anyway?
We left the wagon and the horses just outside of Apollonia. The soldiers are combing the forest. Nobody can get through till they stop.
Fuck.
I thought we could sneak out of here. But if someone's wounded...
You don't look too good neither.
Listen, my brother and the Butcher's Hand are guarding the way. But if we don't show up by daybreak, someone has to tell them what...
Right, I'll go. Go and find Catherine. Where exactly is the wagon?
Keep heading south from here until you come across a cliff split in two. They go between the rocks. If you pass by an abandoned camp, you'll know you're going the right way. It's another mile or so past the camp. Just keep heading south. You should come across them then. We're parked a bit off the road, so as not to be seen.
Right.
Don't forget to say the password Falcon to them. Good luck.
Over here!
Rain.
He's here! Show your stuff! Sucker! What the? I'm all yours! Come on then! Now you're finished!
You wanna try me? No?
Christ! I'm hit! Jesus, I'm hit!
south from here.
Everyone, here!
broken wagon. I have to head up the hill here.
Show
I
what
surrender.
you're made of!
Enough!
No yielding, you piece of shit! What's that sound?
Hey! He's here!
I'm bleeding!
You wanna try me? Jesus Christ! You're no match for us, fucker! See you shit! You're no match for me!
We should keep going south from here.
Everyone! Show your stuff! Useless! Just get warmed up, you shit! Over here! There's one here!
We should keep going south from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catherine sent me. Things got a bit complicated.
Carry straight on to Yichin. The Merchant Road will take you right to Kuttenberg.
But you're not coming with us?
No. I have to go back to Razik and Hanush and tell them what's been planned and what happened to Lord Capon. Like, it's high time you got going. Watch out for yourselves. Especially you, Henry. I don't have to come back and look for your body again.
I'll do my best.
Look, if you find yourself stuck, look for Sir Odorin of Rabosh and give him this ring. He'll help you, even if he's not too happy about it.
Godspeed!
So, we finally got it. How does it feel?
I said, how does it feel? Do you really think you could get rid of me? No, dear boy. You and I still have a lot of work to do.
Henry? Are you hurt? You fell asleep. Are you all right?
Is it much further?
We'll reach Dol shortly, if those woodcutters by the forest weren't making it up. They looked pretty frightened.
Maybe they were just in awe of your beauty.
My, you've got a silver tongue, eh?
Not that I want to contradict, but I think there might be another reason. Sigismund is riding roughshod over the country, so the people are cautious. I can't blame them.
If it was only Sigismund. The devil is just as bad.
I thought we'd sorted all this out. He's no saint, not by any means. But he is an ally of the king. My friend.
Who is?
The Dry Devil.
Lord Hynek of Kunstadt, Burgrave of Znojmo Castle. A great warrior, and at this moment a guest of the Lord of Sukhdol.
He's a drunkard, and a dangerous, violent man.
I'll watch him, don't you worry.
Why do they call him the Dry Devil, anyway?
You can ask him yourself when you see him.
I don't know why he's dry, but I know exactly why they call him Devil.
Can you give it a rest? I don't need you insulting him before I get a word in.
Great. So I'm to keep my mouth shut, eh?
Say what you like, just don't go bugging the devil. At least for a while. That's all I'm asking.
What happens after we get to Sukhdol?
We'll find out soon enough. The main thing we have to hope for is that the local lord will even receive us.
Who is that?
Sir Peter of Pisek, Mint Master to King Wenceslas himself.
Lord Pisek ain't gonna
Very
see ya.
important
He's
man.
got an important visit.
I bet he can't wait for us to ride into his courtyard.
We don't look too impressive, that's true. But I'm hoping Dry Devil will put in a word for us.
And what's your plan after that? We have to save Sir Hans.
Don't worry, we'll get to that. If it's not too late.
Hopefully it won't be. He's a noble, so they'll ransom him.
I don't know. His uncle has a reputation for being a pinch purse. You know him, Henry?
I know him. And I think I know why they say what they do about him.
Oh, but that's all by the by anyway. I intend to wage war, not parley. And if I know Dry Devil, he's of the same mind.
Won't it be dangerous for Sir Hans?
It will, and for us too. But I'm sure Lord Capon is expecting that. He rode to Trotsky as a messenger to von Berghoff. I reckon he must have had some idea what might happen.
Long last.
What's this? The gate's wide open.
Water, fed, saddled, first thing. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Greetings. What's your business here?
The blessing of our Lord Jesus Christ, sir. I expect you're Peter Pisek. I am Jan Žižka of Trocnov. I have an important message for your guest, Hynek of Kunstadt. Actually, for you two.
A message for the Dry Devil?
Well now, Captain Žižka. And young Henry.
Margrave Jobst.
Sir.
I'm afraid your friend Hynek is no longer here. But I'd love to know what brought you two together. But also, what the hell happened to you?
Well, sir...
Unfortunately, I'm otherwise occupied at the moment. Get some rest. You're clearly in dire need of it. We'll talk tomorrow. Sir Pitter, please, take care of our guests.
Yes, sir.
Let's go!
He's all we needed.
You must be tired and hungry after your journey. Follow me.
You have a very... Fine fortress, my lord.
I'm glad you think so.
You don't?
To be honest, I'd much prefer to go back to Kuttenberg. Life in a fortress isn't ideal for a man with my experience.
And with your fortune.
That gets worryingly smaller every day, Lord Trotsnov.
Hardly surprising if you're putting up the Margrave here.
No, that's more down to his Hungarian cousin, if you get my meaning.
Perfectly, my lord.
You silly doggy. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends.
Ah, the journey wasn't so bad.
Where are you coming from, anyway?
From Trusky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain. What?
We were in a castle
My God!
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil. And I had a job to do around Trusky, if you get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von Berghoff, too.
And what prevented you from completing that righteous deed?
Markvart von Aulis.
I know that name. He's the commander of the Prague militia.
Exactly. And they came with him.
But why would the Praguers send forces to Trotsky?
Ah, but they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trusky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation, and they took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the troops. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. Bring that red from Burgundy right away.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same...
Well, that is, I wouldn't... Where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such.
Yes, I've heard of you.
Yes, a bandit. And Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite on friendly terms, aren't you?
Well, we only met once, in fact. When he came to see Lord Hanush in Rattay.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hynek, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
Well, he was here for a while, at my invitation.
Was here? So he's gone?
Where did he go?
I couldn't say.
That's quite normal for him.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Jobst. When he met Hynek, he was somewhat disturbed.
Disturbed? Why?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, they agreed it would be best if they saw us... I'm sure if you're interested in the details, the Margrave will explain it to you himself.
I'd be very surprised.
What was Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he was hiding out here... in the end, It was Jobst himself who sorted it out. He told Hynek he had to stop because he was in...
Why is Jobst taking such risks? He almost put himself...
To do what he's been doing all his life. Scheming.
One could put it that he's seeking allies amongst the undecided lords and winning over to our side some of the ones who've sided with Sigismund so far.
He wants to make deals with turncoats?
Alas, that's the way it goes in politics. The majority lean towards the side where they expect the least problems. Just between us, I'm not too pleased myself about Jobst's strategy.
What do you think about all of this, sir?
What kind of question is that?
No, that's not...
Henry here,
That's all right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslas isn't the great man his father Charles was. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear the crown. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. What of it? In my opinion, kingship is above all a guarantee of divine peace. A sovereign's greatest asset is his legitimacy.
But what if the sovereign is truly bad? If he's mad, say?
I'll put it this way. Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
So, what about us?
The Margrave will certainly want to talk to you. But the earliest he'll be back at the... I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer. So...
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns.
Who's security?
Good question. Yours, I expect.
Ah, so be it. I couldn't take another step anyway.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. Lord von Bergov is holding my lord, Sir Hans Capon, and we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein. Do you know anything about those two?
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Bergau had come here until you told me. And I've heard nothing about Lord Liechtenstein.
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught and executed, the word would be all over the region.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is...
I suppose I ought to get...
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. But first, eat your fill. All of you. I told my servant Susanna to prepare baths for you.
I'm as hungry as a wolf. I mean no discourtesy.
Fret not, I take no offence. I can tell the king's official who oversees the Italian court, where the Prague Russian is minted.
That sounds important.
Indeed, and that is why Sigismund stripped me of my office.
Excuse me.
How can I help you today?
What do you have for...
I'm glad you found what you needed, sir. How can I help you?
Watch and learn!
Lord Pisek said...
Yes, sir. I prepared the hot...
Thank you.
You needn't thank me, sir. And now, if you'll allow me, I'll help you undress.
Kind master, hey, doggy? Greetings. What would you like?
How are you, dear good wife?
All the better for being greeted so respectfully. He's terribly jealous, and he could have you whipped.
You wouldn't happen to know where Lord Hinnek of Kunst...
I don't know, but I...
What?
A respectable woman doesn't talk about that kind of thing, but if it
I beg your pardon, milady, but I'm asking because I've just arrived.
If it's mercenary work you're interested, you'll have to... I'll be with you.
Careful!
You have a kind master, eh?
So you got your revenge? Father, did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next?
Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Burgov.
And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
It's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just...
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you?
Ugh.
Before you go... Oh...
No. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
I'm not a nobleman.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
That is... yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
Careful.
Christ, pardon me.
All the more reason to leave it be. Aye. The weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. Nothing happened to
Meine
it.
Dame, we aren't idle here. My men train like that every day.
Hello. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his...
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as my Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. And mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad?
Aye. I have to admit, the soldiers here look pretty fearsome. I wouldn't want to...
I get the feeling you'd...
Leave him be, meine Dame.
Now look here, I was just...
Ach ja?
Do you fancy...
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't... Full cock! Come! The first to...
Take that, you shit! Take that!
Well, you haven't shown yourself to be very man.
Well, at least you don't...
Don't worry about it, lad.
What?
Ah, no. You know what? At least you'll have something to hide.
I better go and find Zizka.
I saw Zizka next to the stable.
Do you want to come with us?
Not really. I have a feeling...
Why?
A woman's intuition.
I have a job for you.
At your service, Mom. Can you read? No, Mom. Numbers a bit, but not letters.
You can help me then. I need you to take a letter to someone.
Aha. Well, I suppose I can do that. What's in the letter?
It doesn't matter. All you need to know is who to deliver it to. See me in an hour. All right. God be with you.
God be with you, my lady.
And this skull. It's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
Excuse me. I fell off the battlements at Laxenburg Castle.
Lord above! From the walls! And were you conquering or defending that castle, sir?
How are things, Captain?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Just wait until you've been...
Nah, don't say that.
But enough chat.
That's why I'm here. I wanted to take Catherine along, too.
She's doing the right thing, and you better run it.
Are you expecting...
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by.
What about that dry devil of yours?
No, nobody asked him where he was going. I'm not surprised. He might.
Should I really go and see Jobst on my own?
So what? You already know him better than I do.
Well, all right, but he sent...
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit.
All right, then. I'll be going, then.
I'm sorry.
Good morning.
So?
What can I say, lad? It used to be better. There was people warring against each. We're lucky we have Sir Peter.
What's Sir Peter?
Oh, he has a heart of gold. God, he eats nothing but preserves and sweet dumplings with curd cheese.
You wouldn't happen to know where Lord Hinnock of Kun...
You mean that bony knight? I can't... See you later.
I heard Kuttenberg surrendered to Sigismund.
They are. These dreckigen Hurensöhne are angry, you see? They thought, but they couldn't have been more wrong. Why should he pay them out of his own pocket?
What? I don't understand.
Dann pass mal auf. As soon as the soldiers began looting the villages around the city, the local nobility quickly decided it's better to pay them Lösegeld.
So that Hungarian bastard is getting rich, while the locals feed his army.
Das trifft den Nagel auf den Kopf. And yet, that carrot-top Schweinehund lets the monks in the Zealots monastery fuss over him while he receives legations from the whole kingdom.
Do you know by chance how to get into that monastery where Sigismund...
Wie bitte? Hast du den Verstand, fellow? And listen closely to what I tell you. I don't know what you're planning. Leave Sigismund alone. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but surely. You'll see.
Did Sigismund also attack...
Oh, yes, as soon as he got here. But my men know what to do. Mein Herr Peter, however, had the villages in the vicinity.
What happened?
They raised Messerles and a Pato. They haven't been here since then. Der Teufel soll's.
How do things work around here?
Not really, except for the Sigismund military camp at Opatowitz. And it isn't really all. These Banditenbanden have settled in there. A bunch of dossers who'll easily... so good will.
How do I get to Kuttenberg?
Das ist nicht schwer. You just take the main road to the east, and then you'll see the church towers. Or you can also follow your nose. There's smoke rising. The smell is hell, but it's worth it for the silver. In fact, the silver's why Kuttenberg is the...
Where did you say Sigismund's...
Unfortunately, they've occupied the hill above the main road. When you walk out of the village and look, that Hungarian camp is like a boil.
I need to top up my supplies.
You'd be better off asking the innkeeper Slivka in the village, and that's no...
How's it going, Captain?
Sehr interessant.
What of it? So is there anything you need a hand with, Frenzel?
Was soll ich sagen? After our Lord paid ransom for us to the Chaiskel Cherton, aber warte. You ought to have a word with our huntsman Dobrosh. See, someone poached a...
White robot?
Yeah, and Dobrosh takes it...
What exactly do you...
Just ask him if there's anything new happening in his town. Oh, yeah. Und das war alles.
All right, thank... I'd like to...
What is this?
How's it going? What of it?
Zum Glück nicht. If you're looking for einen Pfuschen.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. How can I help you today?
Well, blacksmith.
Worse and worse, friend. You know, everyone suddenly realized that the blunt
I need some...
I'd like to discuss the...
Sure.
Do we have a deal?
Well, if you... Aye. Excellent. You made a fine purchase, good sir. Kind, master. Eh, mutt?
That's more like it.
Greetings. Do you need something?
What goes on in the forest, Huntsman?
There are poachers prowling in the woods, a band led by this ginger-headed Mach of Marshowitz. They've been causing trouble for quite some time.
What happened?
They killed a rare white roebuck that lived in our woods. Killed and skinned it. Sir Peter of Pisek put a bounty on their heads.
I must say.
It's an exceedingly rare animal. It was beautiful. Sir Peter forbade hunting it, but I wouldn't have even if I could. Killing an animal like that is bad luck.
Do you know any more about this?
They're led by some fella called Mach of Marshowitz. From what I've heard, they showed up in the village below. The guards always sent them packing. Our knacker...
That knacker, Wolfram. Do you think he had anything to...
Oh, he has a dishonourable profession, but having the gall to work with... He's on thin enough ice as it is, being a knacker and all. But he might know something about...
All right, Huntsman. I'll try...
Excellent. And if you mete out capital punishment on this, every member of that band carries a squirrel tail on them.
Where should I look for...
Ah, that's the hard part. I'm sure they have a... If you don't know what to do, you can try...
Thanks for the advice.
Take care, friend.
Never saw that coming.
Excuse me.
You silly doggy.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Rattay, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
An unexpected guest?
Yes, of course, I've heard of Zizka before, and of his unconventional ways of supporting our king. But I don't know where you know him from.
We met outside Trotsky. In rather complicated circumstances. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other. I think it's some Jan...
That would make sense. He was always...
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
I understand.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a...
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
You can't even imagine it, Your Grace.
I certainly cannot, in truth. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned something.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk. And do you want to tell me anything else? Besides about Toth?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Well, unfortunately, they got...
What information?
About Liechtenstein. I'm really sorry, sir, but... Well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's...
But Lord Liechtenstein...
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew the risks. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad, as soon as it's possible, you can join...
Sir, that's a...
If you wish to stay and help here, I'll be glad, of course.
It's Lord Capon, Your Grace. I came to find out where he is and rescue him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honest, the most sensible course...
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
Oh. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go. Stay close. The devil doesn't know you, but he should recognize me, even like this, unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
What, so all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's